The trade war between the United States and China seems to be escalating. President Donald Trump announced a 10% tariff on $300 billion worth of Chinese imports. In retaliation, the Chinese Commerce Ministry announced they would no longer be purchasing U.S. agricultural products.
The ball's in their court as far as what they want to do. We're going around the world, from Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, and others, looking for other hungry mouths to feed.
Now, this is not the first time that Beijing has made such a move. China used to be U.S. soybean farmers' biggest market, but it halted purchases of American soybean last summer in retaliation to the president's tariffs. And now Wisconsin ginseng is one of the biggest hits from this trade war. Naomi Knowles explains what is next for our growers.
That's of huge consequence to rural America and certainly to Wisconsin's agricultural sector.
6 weeks out from this year's ginseng harvest,
what happened with the 2018 crop?
About 50% of last year's crop is still unsold. For comparison, Wisconsin's Ginseng Board's executive director Jackie Fett says last spring they had sold about 90% of 2017's crops. At that time, the tariff was at 7.5%.
With the VAT, we're at 41.5% now.
Marathon County grows a lot of the nation's ginseng and exports about 85% of that to China.
It's not a fight that we picked, you know.
But now as the trade war continues, China's market for ginseng is decreasing.
We are looking at India as a market. We're also looking at Australia and New Zealand as a potential market.
Finding new markets takes time and money.
That's very challenging and an extreme amount of investment to even, to get there.
And that money just isn't coming in. Ginseng farmers are getting $2.85 a pound through the Market Facilitation Funding, which is the bailout program designed to help farmers who have lost revenue to the trade war. But ginseng farmer and board president Robert Kaldinsky says, in reality, they're losing about $15 a pound.
That's pretty devastating to the industry, that $15.
It's early on in the second round of the program, but Senator Tammy Baldwin says it isn't cutting it.
It didn't strike me that they were looking at being as creative as we can on how to lessen the harmful impact on these hardworking families.
Now, Republican Senator Ron Johnson's spokesperson sent a statement saying China is the primary abuser, not following the rules, stealing our intellectual property from various means, so we have had to focus on them. Johnson is currently pushing for ratification of the new trade deal with Mexico and Canada.